Welcome into Behind the Script Day. My name is Emily Grace McWhorter, and I'm here with safety Bray Hubbard. Bray, thank you for being here.
Of course.
I want to talk about this last kind of year for you. Some ups, some downs, but I know it's had to have been different because you've stepped into a bit of a different role with the team, had to rise to the occasion. How would you sum up this last season for you?
It was crazy. That's about all I can say. It's just, starting out the year just on special teams and, being that backup guy and just staying ready because, you don't really know. I tell people all the time, you don't know what's going to happen. It's a long season, and you have to be prepared like you're a starter every week. And that's what I did. And so when my number was called, it was time to go. So.
What does that look like when you say you had to stay ready? Is that not getting complacent in practice? Is it finishing your reps? What did that look like for you?
Well, I think, sometimes it gets hard when you're a backup to stay focused because you're like, man, I want to be playing. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I want to be playing, and that's something that you got to stay focused and diving into the playbook, making sure that you're preparing like you're going to be on the field. And so that's something that I took heavy on myself, is making sure that I'm ready and making sure I know the calls to a T, making sure I know what to expect when we're getting a call or whatever it is. Third downs, diving in on third down, knowing what they're possibly trying to do on third down. And that really goes for every down. And so that's something I did, but also making sure that I was, doing my part on special teams also.
What did it look like off the field for you to prepare like that?
I think just, like I said, studying the playbook and making sure that I was going through my notes, making sure that, especially the next day, making sure I'm prepared and, being a step ahead is what you want to be. But also recovery part is huge. And when you're playing special teams, people think it's not that hard. It's hard. It's all four phases. It's always either punt return, kickoff, kick return, something of that sort. And so I think, making sure your body is healthy and ready to go, making sure your legs are on you is something that's very important. So,
have you found yourself preparing this offseason any differently than you were a year ago, or are you still pretty even keel on what you were doing this time a year ago?
Yeah, I think it's definitely different. This is year 3 for me now. And so, as you get older, your body changes. And so it's kind of more wear and tear, I guess you could say now, but it's not. But, it's just I have to make sure my body's right. And that's something that, I've try to take care of, is because, if without your legs and everything else, your body's nothing. So yeah. I try to make sure that I'm, if anything's hurting or nagging or whatever, I try to let somebody know so I can get ready to go. So.
Yeah, go see Jeff Allen down there and make sure you're right.
They take care of me. So.
Yeah. So when you look back at last season, you really had to rise to the occasion a little unexpectedly. What were those conversations like between you and the coaching staff that allowed for that growth in you?
Yeah, I think the major part is trust. You got to have the trust. I tell guys, some of the young guys we have, like, the way that you want to get on the field is you have to have the trust. If they don't trust you to go out there, execute, and play the best of your ability, then it's going to be hard to see the field. Because we're all talented. Everybody's here talented. We wouldn't be here. And so that's something that I tell them is like, hey, you really have to earn their trust and make sure you know the playbook. You can't have those mess ups in practice. And that's something that, is huge. And so that's what I really tell the young guys is, you have to stay focused on doing your job, doing your 111, and just stay focused.
Would that be your advice to a younger athlete that's in high school right now that wants to maybe have a similar journey to you?
Yeah. I was, during the month of May, I was actually home watching my high school, and I saw a kid getting frustrated. I think he's going into maybe the 10th grade, or maybe he's going to be a freshman. And he was getting frustrated on the play because he was trying to force something and it wasn't going his way. And I was like, look, one day you want to get paid. You want to get to the NFL and get paid. That's your dream, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, you know what those guys do? I was like, they do their job. I was like, it's the same way for me on college level. You have to do your job consistently. I said, you want to play. That's something that's very important, is you have to do your job consistently. And he was like, all frustrated. And I was like, look, he was a corner and they were doing like a perimeter drill or something. And I was like, look, it's you on the sideline. That's it. If you get pinned inside on this perimeter drill, there ain't nobody there to stop it. The guy's going to run straight down the sideline. And so then he finally fixed it. And I was like, that's all you got to do is do your job. I said, you got 10 other guys inside of you that can come and make the play. But if you do your job, it's not going to be a gash play. So
this mentality is definitely kind of fleeting in college football right now. Where does this mentality come from you? Who shaped you into the man and athlete that you are today?
My family. starts with my dad, my mom, the way they raised me. I mean, I'll talk to my dad every day. He texts me. He knows when I'm working out. He texts me, hey, he literally texted me probably 20 minutes ago. It's like, hey, how was PRP? And I was like, it was good. And so, you know, I think it's my dad, but also I would say my older brother too.
Okay.
Because I was always competing with him because I wanted to be like him. That was my role model. And so was my dad and even my grandfather and my grandparents. And so they played a big role in, you know, how I'm shaped to how I am now. And so I'm thankful for them. But, you know, just that competition from me and my brother, I would usually play up with him.
Okay.
And so, I mean, like he was playing tackle football. I think I played 1 year. And then my dad wanted me to play, I played 1 year of flag. Then my dad wanted me to play tackle. And so I played tackle, and it was 2 years up because my brother's 2 years older than me. So I had to play 2 years up, and I was out there running the ball. It was my first touchdown. I held the ball like a loaf of bread, and I still remember that to this day. So it was that's probably, my family has played a huge part.
Yeah.
So.
Would you say that's your favorite memory, is that first touchdown at that time?
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember my dad was like, dude, you gotta get the ball right when you're carrying it, because he was like, you had it out there like a loaf of bread, and I remember that to this day. So
you keep it tucked under.
You got to keep it. You got to keep that nose under your finger.
Yeah. So with your position, you talked about how difficult special teams are. Playing safety, what are some misconceptions that people may just not understand as a fan or even as some of your other teammates that are out there about the safety position?
You're the last line of defense. It's you in the end zone. That's it. And I mean, you don't want anybody behind you, and so, you know, that's something, you know, we talk about it a lot. Is just, if the ball's spit, you got to get it down. I mean, it's you got to stop them. You got to stop their track. And so, I mean, that's probably the one misconception, is they see us, but it's like there's nobody behind us.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like D-line, they got the linebackers, they have us, but us, it's grass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, somebody's behind us or something takes off behind us, it's on us. So.
What are you feeling, thinking, seeing in those moments when you're about to, you know, you're trying to watch the guys, see where the receiver's going, follow the ball? What is your thought process there?
I just try to see the big picture before the snap and just, you know, see splits, because that's going to kind of give you a little heads up of what you may expect coming or whatever. So that's what I try to look at the big picture, then narrow down what the call is to, you know, what maybe they're going to run to this call. And so honestly, I'm constantly, all DBs, we're constantly looking at things, because I mean, we got to see the big picture and see what's coming at us, and, you know, see if we need to, I don't know, pass some routes off or something, or whatever it is, and see if we can guess the concept. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but that's it.
What is your thought process like when you are thinking about all those things? Do you have to have a really short memory, or are you focused on the next play? What is that like?
So I'm really, after a play is over, I mean, I'm getting back to my home position, and then I'm looking for the call, and I'm looking at the down and distance, just where are we at, where are we on the field, looking at the down distance, and really just seeing, like I said, the big picture. Because, I mean, if any motion's changing, whatever, you got to watch where guys are going. You got to see their splits, who's on the ball, who's off the ball. So that's kind of what I look at. And then it's wide vision, narrow focus is what we go by. And so that's something, you know, you got to be focused on your job, but you also got to see the big picture, because there's going to be people coming from everywhere. So
now, football wasn't the only sport you excelled at, from what I've heard. Baseball was also in the mix.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
So I was a utility, as they say, but in high school, I started out, my freshman year, I was our starting shortstop. Sophomore year, I started out at shortstop, but then I had to start catching. So they threw me behind the plate, because I've caught in middle school and whatever. I kind of played everywhere growing up, so I was used to it. And I mean, I was a little rusty, but then I caught all through high school. Then in the summer, though, when I was playing select ball, I played outfield, and that's all I did was play outfield. So I kind of just was playing everywhere. So
yeah. Now, what ultimately made you choose football over baseball?
I guess just like the adrenaline rush. I mean, it's different. You know, baseball, I mean, it's the select ball, it's tiring. It really is. And but it's good. I mean, I enjoyed playing multi-sports in high school. It was a good time, but I think, you know, football was just my love.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say I got burnt out of baseball from playing it so much because I mean that's all I did was in the summer I was doing football during the week. Weekends I'm Birmingham, Atlanta, wherever it is, and
Yeah.
I'm on the road, and so it just I don't know. But I think after because I was committed to play baseball, then
Southern Miss, right?
Southern Miss.
Okay.
Then I don't know. I just started enjoying football and took off, and
Okay.
here I am.
What was it about Alabama that drew you into this program?
I think just everything, like how I knew I was going to get transformed as a man, but also as an athlete, and that's something that was huge. Is you're not just coming here to get, produced as an athlete. Like they're going to change you as a man. They're going to make you a better person, and that's something that I saw. But also academically, is getting a degree from one of the best universities in the country, if not the best. I mean, I'll say it's the best, and that's just what was huge to me, and where I was going to be comfortable, and that's it. So
We'll wrap up with this. What is your degree in? Do you have any plans post-playing career that you want to make sure that you accomplish?
So my degree is sports management. Then after ball is done, I don't know, you may see me on the sidelines coaching or something. I don't really know. I mean, I'd like to, but I'd like to stay on the college level, NFL level. I don't know if I could do high school with kids. I don't know, but I think that's what I'll end up doing is coaching. So,
All right, Bray. Well, thank you so much for your time.
of course, roll Tide.